Cars are sideways in front of me.
Ooh. I just saw the C splits on the radar in front of me. Oh my god.
Couple BMWs just. I'm gonna let this aggressive Audi go ahead and go.
All right. Wow. Actually looks really good tonight. But we're here, ready to run another track. We got Donnington Park in the UK tonight. A very quick pace lap. If you see the minute 27 on the ticker board there. We are sitting in the driver's briefing room ready for the briefing. We'll have that in about 7 more minutes, but I figured I'd go ahead and start the stream and get that rolling before not Jason starts yapping and talks over us, as one does when they are doing the drive briefing. I love how I have to reset the webcam border like basically every other time I stream. But see, it's up and running. The screaming in the back over there, Mr. Fortnite, will be stopping soon. He'll be stopping soon, whether he wants to or not. He'll have to go unplug the switch. And then once we start racing, we'll take the camera and move it back. It's actually quite cleared. I don't know if someone came over and spitball cleaned it, but I don't think it's been like that detailed in a while. But yeah, we're just gonna sit here and wait for driver's briefing. Go ahead and post that up there. I'm not an admin or anything, but it's always good to give those guys an idea of like, oh, it's time's almost up, so get your last few laps in. But my time, if I can find my mouse, 28.4. That was with full fuel. So these guys are running low fuel, 28, 27.3, 27 flat, 27.9. I'm pretty sure if I get a perfect lap, we'll go down to like right in between there at 27.7. Because if we pull up the leaderboard, I'm gonna pull it up on this screen so I can like set it up and minimize it and all that. So we don't need it to cover the whole screen. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Something like that. Okay, so my time is 28.410 or 415. So 28.4, 28.3. So same first sector. We're 0.3 slower on the second sector. So that's a 28.1, and then 0.2 slower there, which gives us the 28 flat, right? So 0.2, about 2.3, right? Yeah, two full tenths there, and like 2.5 there, which gives us the 28 flat. But I also know that I can be faster in the first sector. I know I've got at least another 1/10 there, and then I could probably be closer to a 34 flat there. Like, look at where Darren's time went. Yeah, so he's at 33.0. I'm at 33.2. So I can find 2/10 there. I'm faster than him in this by a 1/10, and then he's got me by 3/10 in the first sector now. But I know I've got 2, so 2 and 4 gives me 6/10. I should be a 28. Go from a 28 flat to like a 27.7, 27.8, maybe 27.5 if I get every corner exactly the way it needs to be done. We'll see. As long as I'm near the front half of the field, I'll be all right. I gotta keep both Rosho, Koval. I gotta keep those guys in check. Garmin, Bertram, and Van Winkle are still in the points, but currently kind of far back. Which let me pull that back up. We can pull that up too. We'll pull it up on my spreadsheet. Championship. So Peter Jacobs only 6 points behind Darren, and then I got 30. Koval's at 40. See, I feel like Springer, Bertram, and Garmin. I think even Duong Bonglio maybe. Like, I don't know. It's tough because everyone's kind of used their bad race, but like, or even for me, 4 races left. 30 points is 7 points race, which if Darren's finishing in the top 10, I gotta beat him by like 2 positions and be in the top 10 to make up 7 points. The further back we are, the better. Like 15th to 20th, somewhere in there. I can beat him by 3 or 4 positions, make up 7 points. But I feel like Owenberger to like Sasha Dekaus. I feel like those guys, the way they've finished, like they've had one, like Hohenberger just moved up, so I'm not really like, he'll probably finish in the top 10 of the division, which is why I still have him on the list. But like Mech, his best finish is like 20th or something like that. It's not very high. Garmin's had 1 finish, 2 really bad ones. Same with Bertram, a 5th place or 4th place, and a 6 and a 0, 9 and a 0 Springer. Like, those guys haven't been consistent enough for me to want to put them out there, but they got that 1 finish, which you can't say much because I've got an 11 and a 0, but I got an 11th on a wet monster that I wasn't very good at. And then the 76 at Laguna. Another track that I strung out, but had it not been wrecked out on those two, I think it would have been all right. Because I had 12th here, and that was worth 54 points. So, 54 right there would put me at 190. But like Dared was running second, so he'd have like 92? No, he'd have 100 points.
Hello.
So he had 90 points. That he'd be almost.
How's everyone doing?
300 points already. Like he would still be ahead of me, but I'd be way closer.
Sneeze
to
out of the
guys.
way.
But then like
we're all
Jacob's
better now that you're here.
Kind of done the same. But he hasn't had a really really bad.
Going here.
This is his worst finish at 19 points.
Welcome to.
So we'll see.
Omar has the right idea. Welcome to the Sim Racing Alliance Season 18 Division 1 and 3 GT3 Team Series, sponsored by Forza Horizon 6.
Forza Horizon.
Let's see. Did someone get the D1 server for me?
What is multi-class now?
My allergies just all came at once. Jesus. Okay. Week 5 racing at Donnington Park. Gonna jump right in here. We will have a practice session as always. Feel free to do a pit practice. Please don't do anything more than that. You've had plenty of time to practice. You don't need more. Music. Otherwise, practice.
We're gonna set this back up.
We'll transition into qualifying.
If I can find where my mouse went.
Qualifying tonight. Qualifying tonight will be 21 minutes in length. Same exact rules as last week. From 20:30 to 10:30, the silver drivers with dark number plates may qualify from 20:30 on the clock to 10:30 on the clock. We will then pause for 30 seconds, and the faster divisions will qualify from 10 minutes to the end of the session. Every week of qualifying, it is 20:30 to 10:30, and then 10 minutes to the end of the session. Just want to make that very clear. Usual stuff, 3 to 5 second gaps on the outlap. The one thing I want to call out for this track specifically,
identification.
the one thing I want to call it specifically,
We'll grab the mouse, because
at this track, you need to make a concerted effort to stay within the track limits on the last corner. We will not have people going way wide on the last corner to give themselves a giant run down to the first corner.
Go on, Taco.
This is because it messes with the gaps that everybody forms. If you start doing that, you're going to start impeding other people. You will receive a qualifying warning and or a qualifying ban for doing this.
I'm guessing he's talking about...
obviously, sometimes people are going to go wide on the last corner just by accident because they're pushing. Can't control that, but we're going to be watching for people doing that, and as a result, either gaining a lasting advantage and or impeding somebody else.
Oh yeah, we're gonna...
So if you see that, please submit a ticket, so that way we can deal with it. A reminder that qualifying warnings carry throughout the entire season now, and it's not just like the one race structure that it used to be.
Interesting.
Dan went off mute. What do you have to say, Dan?
Similar thing, probably just echoing a slightly different wording. Basically, if you're going to go wide in the last corner, make sure, please do not compromise the car behind you, or else it's going to put us in really, the ACC just sucks that they don't have a limiter here, but please don't do it and compromise the car behind you. Be considerate.
It's about being mindful of your peers.
Manage those gaps.
Qualifying will then determine your position for the race. Tonight's race is 60 minutes in length. Oh, wait, Jeremy, I'll take your question at the end. With a 58-minute pit window, during that pit window, you must pit one time with a mandatory tire change, and there is no refueling allowed, so please take enough fuel for the full 60 minutes and the long formation lap that follows. Pit entry and pit exit stuff. Pit entry is relatively straightforward. Damn, you're like, we can hear me in your mic, by the way.
Sorry.
Pit entry. Just if you're going to the pit entry, please just as you exit the final corner, go to the left. As a reminder here, the pit entry in ACC for this track is after the final corner, not before the final corner. It is on the left side as you do the corner exit. Pit exit is relatively straightforward. You need to keep all 4 tires within the solid white lines. I should have mentioned this for qualifying. I'll touch on that later. But for the race, cars leaving the pit lane have the right of way. So if you are on track and there's a car in front of you leaving the pits, you need to leave them space to rejoin the track, as they physically have nowhere else they can be besides in the pit exit. So please keep that in mind. This is different during qualifying. During qualifying, cars leaving the pit lane need to yield for the cars on track. You may not impede somebody because you decide to pit during qualifying and then come out into what is the braking zone for turn 1. So that's the distinction between qualifying and the race. And that's kind of it. Donnington, be patient, please. Any questions? Jeremy Mercer has a question. Unmute when you can, Jeremy.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify, since your explanation, Dan, seemed slightly different on the last turn. So if you gain more speed out of the last corner as a result of a different line, is that the criteria, or is the criteria impeding someone else or leaving the track?
I'd be wording it as staying on the track at all times. You're definitely not allowed to go all the way out to the part that is not a track to set up a runway. That is clearly not allowed. If you're staying within the track limits and building up a touch extra speed, it's allowed, but do not be doing it whatsoever if you are compromising the gap to the car behind you.
Okay, thanks.
Good clarification. Any other questions? I'm going to start reading penalties. Don't be a jackass. That's the rule. Penalties tonight. Car 585 in Division 1 is a qualifying ban. Qualifying ban means do not leave the pit lane during qualifying, but you may start at the back of the grid. That's 585 in Division 1. In Division 3, cars 6 and 636 have qualifying bans. And then we have car 109 serving a race ban in Division 3. Those are the penalties. Last call for questions before I get y'all out of here.
My one last note for everybody, just a reminder, coming down the hill in sector 1, lap 1, if you're too wide, just do your best to obviously anticipate where the car, do your best to keep your line, keep your momentum. And if you're going off track into the grass, please do your best to not rejoin at the apex at the bottom of the hill. Try to turn it right if you go off to the right, keep it left if you go off to the left. We've had some massive accidents at the bottom of the hill from people having poor rejoins.
Yes, we had a nice couple pileups in the practice races yesterday on lap 1, so keep it nice and calm. There's very likely gonna be some bumping, so just give each other plenty of room. Be prepared for accidents in those heavy braking zones at the end of the lap as well. Find the server. Search for SRAM as always. SRAM. Password tonight is BANG, BANG, all lowercase.
Final reminder, we are off next week.
Yeah, no races next week. Enjoy your holiday if you celebrate.
All right, we are back in it. Dang, we got a bad pit stall too, didn't we? 20th? We're like midway. Down. Who's 636? Oh, that's Hohenberger, ain't it? Yeah, Hohenberger and Parker. Parker missed 2 races and still has to serve his penalty. Like, that sucks. Okay. It's always one goes out. For whatever reason goes out. I mean, I guess you check your pedals, right? Like, I see brake, I see gas. There you go. All right. Hop up over here. he's got until the end of my qualifying to go get a shower. Looks like it's a race to 50, and he's close to 50. We shall see. But after my qualifying, I'm going over there and pulling the switch out of the dock and bringing it over here. Like, if he's not off by that point, he passed nicely. And, you know. Can't be quiet during race night, then you need to, you know. That's right, he's supposed to go to my mom's, so we'll see.
Green light, give it all you got.
And try to get out there quick so we don't have a bunch of people impeding us. Peter Jacob. Oh man, he's been so fucking slow too. I don't want to be stuck behind him. I'm gonna have to build like a 7-second gap to him or something. He's really gonna impede our first lap. Oh good, I don't have to worry about him impeding my lap because he's already spun out. Holy shit. That's a new one. Hush. Taco.
Slow car ahead.
Why is Koval making such a big gap? You're like, Darren's already got a 4-second. You already got a 4-second gap to him, dude. What the fuck are you need more of a gap for? Like, Darren's into turn 1 and we're not even exiting the last corner. We get a banker and then we try to go for faster laps. That's fine this first lap. gonna be like a 28.6 or something for this first lap. Yeah, Baird already at 28th lap. Okay. There's a bunch of time in that last corner, that's for sure. That's fine. Yeah, look how much we gained right there in just that corner. That was almost 3/10, I think, by itself. Give him a little bit more of a gap here.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Miss.
Yellow flag accepted. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Damn, that was 2 tenths too. God damn it, Kaval. Peter Jacobs snuck in. Look at that guy. Been at the back of the leaderboards all day. Or all week. And then
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
he goes and practices on like a private server or something so no one sees his time. Go ahead and see where my pit stall is. Right here. Okay. Okay. That's not terrible. Alright, 28 flat. That's not bad. Man, I had like 2.5 tenths. That would have been like... That would have been silver pole too. That would have been... But he slipped up and then I tried to make sure I didn't hit him. I probably should have backed off at the end of the previous lap when I knew it was going to be a little bit off, but it is what it is. I'm still going to start in front of him. Yeah, that's all pro, not pro, but gold drivers right now that are out, so nobody else can pass me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 with Sean Paul. 17. We can still start 22nd. What do we got, like 40 cars? Do we really have like that many? Yeah, 38. Yeah, so 22nd's the worst I can start. Look at how bad they're grouped up down here. Like, come into a dead stop here. This is where, like, this straightaway is where you should be letting off. Like, this is start of sector 3. So you take this half speed, don't fuck up your tires, and then start slowing down, getting ready, instead of waiting until the last corner, the second last corner. Every week. It's the second last corner every week. Like, as you're getting out, you should be, like, 80% throttle and letting the guy in front of you build, like... I mean, by the time you get to sector 3, you should have, like, 2 seconds to the guy behind you, or in front of you. And then if you think okay, that guy's not faster than me. Okay, I'm gonna back off a little bit more at the end of that lap. Now I'm okay. My 2 seconds now is 4. Like Koval, I thought was faster, so I gave him 2.5 seconds and said, okay, that should be enough. But apparently, I needed like a 5-second gap. Springer, you can see, is like almost 3 tenths slower than me, so I knew that he probably wasn't going to catch me. So I wasn't really worried about that. But the guys we're racing tonight are Peter and Darren, right there together, Sasha and Koval, and me. That's the top 5. And silver. So, yeah, Kazuba instantly to the top. Farrow right there. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna start dropping. I don't think all of these guys will run faster than us though. Sean Paul will get up there. Chandler James will get up there. Both the Yarn should pass us if they run what they're supposed to. I'm trying to think of who else possibly. R.D. Thompson. That's another name that we'll see. Pankowitz. Cesare. He's got a pretty good lap on him. Thompson, I'm not really worried about. 788. I can't remember that name. Garmin maybe. 405. I don't know. John Anson would be another one. Yeah, see Yarn instantly up there. Raf Cab, he's quick, but I don't think he'll be better than us this week. Not to say he's not. I just haven't seen anything out of him in the last few weeks. Just don't seem like he's probably playing enough, or the Lexus just isn't doing good at some of these tracks. Heron, yeah, that's another car that's gonna be faster. Yeah. All right, now we're back for lap 2 for Kazuba and Farrow. It's quick. See if they can get into the 26s. No. Ooh, Farrow right on him. Close. Sean Paul jumps up in front of us. Yeah, 2075. Chandler James will pass us. Jason Yarn should pass us as well. We'll probably start about 15th if these guys don't pick up a whole lot. Oh, 7-8 did Juicy Jake. He could be faster. Oh, man. Jeremy or Jason, yeah. There's Ref Cab. Okay, so Cab did get he did finally get a good lap in. Okay. Like I said, he usually does pretty well. But I hadn't seen anything on the leaderboards that said he was going to be anything this week. So we're starting P4 out of our class. Oh, Peter Jacob. Okay, I would say he left the lobby, but he got back in time. So P12. Fourth. No, we're starting P5 in class. Kind of, well, kind of the order I would expect. Darren, and then Roberts and Jacob, because they were pretty quick. Okay. Kind of. Damn, even more guys are jumping up. I mean, that 2/10 really would have helped. I mean, Madison and Lindo are about where my time was looking. All right, 2 point. Well, say 2/10 is 0.537. So yeah, right where Madison. Would have been probably 10th. But we had that same issue, I think, last week. We left a couple tenths on the field. So this week, I know for sure that like it wasn't really my fault. had a car break loose and almost crash in front of me. And you have to live for that. We got 6 laps, so like we had the chances, but the lap that would have been faster wasn't our fault. We just have to make the best of what we've got left here. Pinkowitz just barely faster than us. I need qualifying to stop before I drop back any further. Like Darren starting now 6 positions ahead of us. Peter another 4. Like 30 points, 24 and 30 points back from those two guys in that order. Like Peter 24 and then 30 to Darren. Like I got to be making up positions on these guys, not losing. It's weird to see Chandler James so far back. Pharaoh P1, let's go. Him and Kazuba are just battling back and forth. Let's see if James got a lap there. No, he was dirty. Okay. Do you see Jake's not on track anymore? Well, at least that's one car we don't have to worry about. Like, how far back are these guys? Oh, Buckley's pretty far back. Thompson's really far back. Ansom's really far back. I'm surprised with Ansom. Yeah, so we said about 22nd was what if everybody qualified ahead of us, and they're not. So, oh, Chandler James said that's it. He's going to start 13th, the points leader in 13th. Kazuba's up there, Yarn's up there, Heron's up there. Kazra isn't racing tonight, Arabi. So he loses out on that. I don't know. Mike's first pole. No one's on a lap that can beat him, right? I'm gonna wait until everyone crosses and he still has a pole. Yarn tried. Oh man. The Yarin brothers by 0.071 thousandths. Man, he's got to be pissed. $19th, okay. At least Darren's not that. He's 6 positions. Peter's still 4, so they did. I'd see James and Pinkowitz would have been a lot faster. Is that a Bentley in front of me? Ben Robertson, the Bentley. God dang. All right. Let's make sure. I kind of want to drop the rear a little bit, but I don't really want to fuck with much. 95 seems right. Let's make sure that that's set right. I kind of want to do that, but okay. I think everything's the way it needs to be. I'm not going to mess with anything else. Okay. Now it boils down to just getting through the lap 1. The guys in front, we got Robichaux, James, Jacob, Demler, Pinkowitz, Roberts. Those 3 rows in front of me. There's quite a few veterans. Like Chandler James, I think this is his 2nd or 3rd season. Like he's I think Daimler's only been here maybe 4 or 5 seasons. Like those two, probably the only two drivers that haven't been here like 7+ seasons. Out of those 3 rows, and you got Ansem and Matisse right there, like 11th to 19th should be a solid group. I got Koval behind me. I see Duong Bonglio and his Lexus back there. I don't know who the Porsche is on this side. I'll see whenever we start. But even though we're in the mid pack, this should be a good mid pack to be. It's not like I'm around rookies or guys who are prone to crashing like last week. Oh, Juicy Jake. That's one I'm not as keen on. Yeah, look at all the Porsches behind me though. Jake, Koval, Dickhouse, Mech. I thought Porsches were going to be a little bit better this week, but maybe not. All right, let's see. The first lap, this first corner is really shitty, going too wide. I just have to protect the inside, make sure no one gets inside and tries to make it 3 wide. That's the big kicker. Oh, somebody is not. Oh, Pankowitz's car. It's showing him on the back straightaway. Or somebody. No, not. Oh, there it goes. In Pharaoh's defense, though, P1 is on the inside. You could get pinched down and it could be bad. You kind of want to be outside. Here's the part where everybody rushes to get in place. And it says to go too wide, but there's no rush because you'll literally catch it.
Go in double file.
Look at that. By the end of the corner, I'm still right where I'm supposed to be. All right, let's get through the first couple of laps. Settle in. Just stay on track. Whatever we can make on Darren and Peter is what we make.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. 3 wide. Clear on the left. All clear. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
CCJ gonna go aggressive here.
Let me know it's open. Yellow flag on charging front.
That was Darren right there. It's like it was James or Sean Paul, whichever one of the Aston Martins it was. Just got him.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
Come on, Koval. Like, I got 3 cars directly in front of me. I gotta slow down early. You've got a big ass gap. You can brake at your normal braking zone, dude. These guys will be side by side now. Nope. Roberts is gonna go off track again here soon.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Gaining on the car heading sector
2. Let me by. Now I got RD who's got a full fucking run, and I have to come off of like a half run here. Gotta protect the inside, make them fight. Here. positions outside.
Yellow flag accepted. By the way, the fastest laps are right. By the way, personal fastest lap. Yellow flag, be careful.
Artie's really good in that braking zone, but he's got nothing to like get by with it. Lindo, Jacob, and Jake are all struggling here. Fuck. I went way too early there. My bad, Artie. Tobias, when you're done with that light, would you turn it off? Ansem wasn't so close. I might let him by just to try to pull us closer to this group because we're fighting and it's keeping us from catching them. But these guys are struggling now more than we are. Linda's kind of pulling them up. Actually, whoever's in front of Linda is probably holding him up on this grass cab. Okay, so the two Lexus are holding each other up. That's probably a speed token. Oh.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Taco. Go on somewhere.
Yellow flag is acted.
I had to let Ansem go after I downshifted. Glad I didn't do any damage to the motor.
Gaining on the car at sector 1. There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch out.
Hey, could you do me a favor? That fan behind my seat, my racing seat, can you move it out to the side me? It's getting hot and I'm sweating my ass off. Thank you. Side by side into the chicane. We're still side by side. I'm getting a little bit of time back on. Do I need him to keep doing that for a little bit longer? Yeah, if Thompson catching me, whatever. I'll just let him go by. Who cares?
Slow car ahead.
Not racing him for anything.
Gaining on the driver ahead of 73.
I saw that accident coming. I could tell that they were getting side by side, like, too close. Hard racing, but it sucks for both of them. I mean, they only lost one position. Like, they're still going to be next to each other. They just lost a position to me, that's it. Yeah, right now I'd be pitting in a mess of cars. I'm 8th and I'm like half a lap down to the leader right now. That's insane.
The car is exiting the pits, watch out.
So I'm gonna come out of the pits about P10. The way it's looking right now. This isn't terrible. Maybe 11th if RD gets his shit straight. He does some good laps. Laps. Or 35 minutes, I mean, not 35 laps. Right behind Handsome. I'm gonna be coming out in front of Ansem, right behind Pharaoh. This is probably the cleanest air I'd have. Alright, let's get some repairs. Or not some repairs, but some tires done here. Oh, man. Good shit so far. It's been fun.
Mandatory stop and start clear. Come on, go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, RD. I figured he hit early and got some clean air. So we would have been 10th, we'll be 11th. But we had pace on him before, once we had no cars in front of us, so we can pressure him in cab, we could get up to P9. 7 seconds to Ansem, so yeah, he lost a good bit of time to us, which is fine. Yeah, but Cab and Thompson, they pit kind of early, I think. And I know we have something for both of those guys, because we were definitely catching both of them, or pulling away from RD and catching Raph. And you see that Peter Jacob is not close behind, so he hasn't pit or he's lost a bunch more time to us.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
You're clearer, dude.
Gaining on the car ahead is empty 3.
So Ben Roberts hasn't hit yet, so that's the position that difference. I should be 11th right now. He's going over it hard again.
Give a warning for exceeding track limits.
Oh, I see the little time gained up there now. That's kind of nice. There goes Ben. And Sasha. Okay, so we're P10. Perfect. RD's gonna die in that corner trying to be fast through there. Which is fine, I'm not even gonna push him. I just want to stay close enough that he sees me in his mirror the next 26 minutes or until he goes off the track.
Falling behind in the car in front in sector 3.
If we can get by RD though, we might have a chance to still do something with Cab. He's not that far ahead. And I've seen Cab die in that hairpin and as after the chicane a few times. So I know if we can pressure him up there, he can make a mistake. I didn't want to go side by side there. That's an uphill blind corner that's really bad. Like I said, we're going to keep ourselves in his mirror and pressure him off the track. Don't even have to do anything. He was just trying so hard to stay ahead of us after getting that track position in the pits. He played himself. And even with us having to dodge him twice, we only were 3/10 off of Cab's time, so I think we should be pretty damn close to running laps Cab's running. Alright, Cab, Jake, and Madison. Madison's gonna be quick. It's gonna be hard to catch him. Juicy Jake, if Juicy Jake slips a little bit and Cab gets up on him, they'll run side by side and we'll get 2 more positions. I know those two guys play a little aggressive. And see, that's what RD did right there. He went a little wide there. I gave him the spot here. He tried to be quick back on the gas and get back on line. And then fucked it up again. But you see, I lost 3 seconds to Ansem and Paul while racing him. Having to slow down and dodge him lap after lap. Nice lap, Pharaoh. 27.5 race pace. They're running 28 ones and 27 nines. Now I'm not catching them. If that's their actual pace. I ran a 28.7, which I know I can run a 28. I ran a 28.4 with a full tank of fuel, so I ran a 28 flat in quali trim. So we know we've still got, you know, 3/4 of a second if we were pushing, but there's no point of pushing. We don't need to. We've got open track. We're ahead of all the guys who are racing in points. We have no reason to push. Man, Ferro just kicking the times down. Another 2/10 off of his fastest lap. That's another one. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to kick it in low gear through that corner. And it looks like Ansem and Paul are gonna catch RD, so we might not even have to worry about RD here soon. I'm just trying to be straight line through that corner. Yeah, see, there's a 28-1.
Gaining on the driver ahead of sector 3.
Like, we've got the car and the driver to do low 28s. Yeah, RD is about to be in the clutches of those guys, so we don't really have to worry about the pushing from behind for a bit. We're not catching Cab and Jake unless they fuck up. Looks like they've split up. We got 20 minutes. We just have to run 20 minutes mistake free. I think we can do it. Yeah, look at all the lap times in the top 10 are 27s or low 28s. And my fastest lap time that's clean is 28.7. We have 128.1, so we're not slower than the guys in the top 10 right now. We're just being patient. Yeah, those guys are all within a second. Those three cars are within a second of each other. I'm like trying to stay focused, I'm like biting my lip, I guess. I don't know who 4 and 5 are, but I'm assuming that both of those guys are
The fastest lap so far.
gold drivers. There you go, 28.3. Now we're looking respectable up there. Let Mac know I'm getting close. Cam and them aren't really walking away. They're staying about 5 and 6 seconds up. So we're running still respectable on them.
Car on the right.
Thanks, buddy.
Clear on the right.
No, Juicy Jake's he's actually gaining time. He's like 8 seconds now instead of 6. So Cab is running a similar laps to us.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
RD had another spin or something. So now it's Ansem 10, then Paul and Lindo. So that means Darren's at best 13th right now. Gotta make sure we lose time that time. Yeah, we just didn't. That was a essentially a brake lockup, and I turned in late. Instead of forcing it and trying not to spin out there, we just cut our loss, move on. Oh, okay. Top 3. 4th is one of the Yarns, and then Chandler James is the 5th place car. Or 4 and 5 are the other Yarn and the Chandler James, I think. Unless Chandler James is still behind us, but then I don't know who else would be up near the front. Ball and Ansem are still right on top of each other, and RD's nowhere to be found. Because Linda's like 15 seconds back. That's crazy. Oh. Sean Paul got him in the braking zone, it looks like, of the hairpin.
Losing to the car ahead of sector 1.
Oh, 967 is Chandler James. He's in the pits, so he's dead. Oh, that's not good for the title leader. This is probably his sharp race now. Might not hurt him. You kind of want to save your drop race to the end of the season, though. Darren's in a gaggle of cars. I see R.D. Thompson back there with him, too. I don't remember what Peter Jacobs' number is. 371 or something, I think. Now, Peter Jacob is right there with Darren. Okay. They're probably the back half of the teens right now. Looks like Sean Paul might actually get away from Ansem at this point. Half a second gap. Ansem's used up his tires trying to get around me or trying to get not around me, but around RD. And probably defending Paul. I kind of wish these lap cars would get off of the screen here so I could see who else was around.
Car in front in sector 3. Yellow flag in sector 3.
That's a solid top 3 though. Ferro, Kazuba, and Yarin, with the other Yarin either P4 or P5, racing somebody that I can't think of. It's gonna be interesting to figure out who that other car in the top 5 is. Is it Duong Bonglio, maybe? No shot, it's Duong Bonglio. It's either 405, because Manasseh's 288. Juicy Jacobs at 788, right? It's either 405 or 180 or the other car that's right with Bonglio. I think about 6 minutes. About 6 more laps. Nice to have a dial. I see what Darren's saying. These slow hairpins, you dial down the traction, you don't bog out as much.
Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
He's pulling away too. He's at 9 seconds on Kazuba now. Man, Mike said, "Fuck this, man. I'm figuring this shit out. I'm winning a race." Air pressure tonight I set up pretty well. Left rear is a little low, but both right sides and the front left are pretty damn close to what they should be with the pressure loss. Which I did the right sides a little bit higher, so we could accommodate for a little bit of pressure loss. Darren was talking about doing four techs up from what he wanted, so I kind of followed suit on that. Guys wrecking right in front of the leader. Oh my god, there's still cars all over the place. That's Peter Jacob. Oh wait, let's see if we can get to the back straight here. Cab's slipping. He's at 5 seconds. He was at 7. Mattisey's slipping a little bit too, I think. He got passed by Jake a few laps back. Hitting early. This track is kind of neutral when it's this hot. Because, yeah, pitting early, you might avoid some of the traffic, but then you have to run that tire loss gap for a lot longer. And you might come in traffic, like...
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Oh, Lindo dropped out of 12th, now Reaper's there. Oh, Lindo was the car that was wrecked in that chicane. Damn. Well, Peter Jacob and Darren are still close to each other. Yeah, Cap's hurting. Aaron's pushing him. Yeah, Cap did the smart thing and just let him by. Like, what's it to you? He's 29th. You don't want to let him push you and make some more mistakes. I got like 3 more laps. You can hear how slow this car is out of those 2 corners.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Come on, Hopkins, let me by here. Thank you.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. The window is now closed. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Leaders on final lap. There's some light damage on the left.
You're good, Aaron. Oh, fuck, no! Oh, and he hit Sean Paul. Oh, God. Oh, man. That's a mess. We got the position.
Yellow flag ahead.
Sean Paul took a lot of damage.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Luckily, Ansem and Reaper have been duking it out. So, Ansem's slipping. There was nothing I could do there. I had to let up. Like, I came to a complete stop and tried to move a little bit to the left, and I knew Heron had some room. I will apologize to Heron and Birch. Heron, Cab, and Hopkins and Paul for that. Like, there was just nowhere for us to go there. I hate that that's how that all ended. Give me a second, Tobias. Let me get on this straightaway. 2 right-hand corners. Don't go too far.
Leader has finished the race.
It's almost... Well, you can just wait like 30 more seconds. I'm almost done with the lap. This is the last lap. Oh, Dawn Bunglio was way in the back. Oh, Dirksen was the other car I couldn't think of. Okay. Yeah. I've got a few more corners, buddy. Oop. Well, one less since we're going to skip that one. Yeah, I got... My what? It's right there on the table. Right there. Yeah, I can't put it on top of the monitor anymore because I don't have, I have borderless monitor, so it blocks up the monitor if it's up on top. I gotta get like a little stand and put it on.
Alright, mate, race is over.
Alright, bud.
You did the best you could. Take it easy in the lap.
I don't know what you're trying to do. Alright, good night. Alright, let's move this fan back out the way for a second. Yeah, that was a pretty good race. We're gonna slide that over there. We're gonna back out of this. We'll delete all the extra replays and shit tomorrow. But not bad. Yeah, my mouse is over there. Alright. So if we pull this back up. It'll load, there we go. Let me turn this monitor back so I can see it a little bit better. Just from what I know, I got P8, so that's 68 points. Darren, I think, was 17th, which is 41. And then Peter Jacob was probably right around that, so give him 43. Oh, yeah, like Oh man, so that was a 6-point gap between, like, if Peter stayed in front of him, that is. If he was behind him, then he loses 2 points. So let's say 39. He's anywhere from. Oh yeah, because that's a 4-point swing. So yeah, he's either 43, 4 points back, or 3 points back. Incredible. And then Koval, I don't remember seeing him near the end. Lindo lost points. Reese, Hemian, Dong Bungalow, Dong Bungalow was 28th. So it's 19 points. Yeah, he's pretty far back at this point. Bertram was pretty, Mech was 32nd, 30th. He's going to be pretty far. So yeah, we're definitely going to catch up on Darren quite a bit, and we'll see how that all goes. We'll look up the results and we'll post them up on Twitter or something. But good race. It was fun. Didn't have any damage until that last incident where Cab lost it. I knew he was losing it, but it looked like he was going to spin and completely stop before crossing back across the road. When I saw him cross the road, I had to try to swerve. But good shit. We're going to go get to bed. Start the new job tomorrow. Peace.